published 2124 est, the 13th of November 2017, updated 0336 est, the 14th of November 2017. An emotional Jacqui Lambie wiped away tears as she announced her resignation from the Senate after discovering she was a dual British citizen by descent. The Tasmanian Independent addressed the Senate in Canberra on Tuesday after it was revealed she was a UK citizen by descent through her Scottish-born father. "I haven't been able to sleep for days," she said, teary. "It is with great regret to inform the Chamber and my colleagues of my resignation." Scroll down for video. An emotional Jacqui Lambie wiped away tears as she announced her resignation from the Senate after she was revealed to be a dual citizen of the UK. The Senate was packed with spectators as former Senator Lambie said, "There was so much I wanted to do. I have worked hard to be a voice for those who don't have or often get much of a voice in this chamber," she said. The Tasmanian firebrand said she did not blame her father for the shock news of her UK citizenship. "I love my dad to death. It's not because of him I'm leaving this place. It's because of him I was here in the first place," she said. The former senator vowed her dual citizenship would not mark the end of her career in politics. "One day I hope to be here and I don't really care what side it is on. I do hope to come back, and when I am, I hope that my dad is here cheering me on. My partner in crime is here cheering me on," she said. "I love my dad to death. It's not because of him I'm leaving this place. It's because of him I was here in the first place," Ms. Lambie said. Former senator vowed her dual citizenship would not mark the end of her career in politics. Following Ms. Lambie's emotional speech, Senator George Brandis thanked the Tasmanian for her passion. "The Senate is a better place, a much richer place, for you having served amongst us," Senator Brandis said. Ms. Lambie planned to renounce her UK citizenship immediately after her resignation. Ms. Lambie is the 8th MP forced out of politics since the citizenship saga engulfed the Parliament in July. She joins Barnaby Joyce, Malcolm Roberts, Larissa Watterson and Scott Ludlam as members of Parliament who have lost their jobs as a result of the scandal. Jacqui Lambie threw her hands in the air following her emotional resignation speech to the Senate on Tuesday. Senator Lambie said she had worked hard to be voice for veterans, people on welfare and pensioners. "The Senate is a better place, a much richer place, for you having served amongst us," Senator Brandis pictured Ms. Lambie said she worked hard to be a voice for veterans, people on welfare and pensioners. She did not know what her next step would be, but in the short term she would be helping her Jacqui Lambie network win seats in the Tasmanian state election. The outgoing crossbencher warned the Turnbull government against using her absence as an opportunity to pass legislation which she opposed. "To do so would be a mistake," she said. Her replacement is expected to be the next Jacqui Lambie network candidate on the 2016 ticket, Devonport Mayor Steve Martin. The Senate was packed as Jacqui Lambie announced her resignation on Tuesday. Jacqui Lambie said she did not blame her father for the shock revelation she was a dual citizen of the UK. However, Mr. Martin's position as mayor could render him ineligible under Section 44 of the Constitution, disqualifying anyone with an office of profit under the Crown. It's been speculated Ms. Lambie may run for the Tasmanian federal seat of Brayton if Labour MP Justine Key is forced to a by-election due to her citizenship problems. She earlier told ABC Radio she would have a good look at it. Ms. Lambie entered Parliament after the 2013 election representing Clive Palmer's now defunct party before quitting to sit as an independent the following year. She said the decision was the right one. "That's really worked in my favour. There's no way that if I was still running under that banner, I'd be finished today," she said. She ran under her own team banner. The Jacqui Lambie network succeeded at last year's double dissolution election to return to Canberra. Lambie addressed the growing concern in a meeting on Monday, saying her home state of Tasmania would be the first to know should she resign. Former Senator Lambie received news from British authorities on Tuesday confirming she was a UK citizen by descent through her Scottish-born father. Addressing the news on Tuesday morning, Ms. Lambie said it's going to be an absolute cluster. Ms. Lambie said the citizenship saga was in shambles when she spoke to Tasmanian radio station LAFM on Tuesday. The emotional senator's voice broke as she recalled the moment she realized she might be a dual citizen. "I'm on the phone to Dad. I'm going, please, what's going on?" "All this unraveled in about 2 or 3 days," she said. "By Thursday last week I just rang Dad and said I'm gone and he said, you know what, sweetheart, I think we're gone." Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull is attempting to recall Parliament days before Christmas to bring a resolution to the saga. Lambie addressed the growing concern in a meeting on Monday, saying her home state of Tasmania would be the first to know should she find out she was a dual citizen. Corey Bernardi revealed he knew of another senator who was aware of their dual citizenship and had not disclosed it to Parliament, fueling speculation it was Lambie. She vehemently denied those rumours on Monday afternoon. Australian politics citizenship scandal is set to claim another big scalp, with Jacqui Lambie confirming she will resign within 24 hours should she be proven a dual nation. Lambie revealed to the Tasmanian Examiner last week her father was born in Scotland and she was proud of her roots. I found out more about his family background in recent weeks as I wrote my autobiography ahead of its publication next year, she said. I'm happy to put on record that I'm satisfied that my parents are both Australian citizens and I have no concerns about me being a dual citizen because of where they were born or came from. Corey Bernardi revealed he knew of another senator who was aware of their dual citizenship and had not disclosed it to Parliament, fueling speculation it was Lambie. She vehemently denied those rumours on Monday afternoon. Lambie took to Twitter on Tuesday morning to announce she would table her resignation documents. The document said Senator Lambie received assurances from Labor that all standing pairing arrangements would be honoured after she left. Her replacement in the upper house will be determined by the High Court. She took to Twitter on Tuesday morning to announce she would table her resignation documents. Pictured Steve Martin was next on the Jacqui Lambie Network Senate ticket at the 2016 election, but there are doubts about his eligibility to sit in Parliament. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull is attempting to recall Parliament days before Christmas to bring a resolution to the saga. He and opposition leader Bill Shorten met last week to discuss the PM's proposal, but failed to reach an agreement on the new rules, demanding MPs disclosed all family history and citizenship documents. We want to sharpen up the Prime Minister's resolution and make sure it is foolproof, Mr. Shorten said after the meeting. Turnbull described their conversation as constructive discussion and hopes to revisit the issue. Senator Lambie's announcement came as the Turnbull government ramped up pressure on Labor leader Bill Shorten over the citizenship credentials of opposition MPs. Bill Shorten has been playing a very dodgy game in this business from start to finish, Attorney General George Brandis told the Nine Network. The onus was on the opposition leader to live by the same standard he has demanded of the government, he said. A resolution passed in the Senate on Monday requires senators to make declarations about all relevant particulars of their citizenship in a special registry by December 1. A similar motion is expected to be passed in the House of Representatives when it meets in a fortnight. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull is attempting to recall Parliament days before Christmas to bring a resolution to the saga. Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull, speaking from Manila where he is attending the East Asia Summit, said the registry plan would get all the facts on the table. Then the House can consider them and then, if they wish, refer people to the High Court, he said. The government is keen to refer at least two Labour MPs, Justine Key, Tasmania, and Susan Lamb, Queensland, who are still British citizens when nominations for the 2016 election closed. Labour insists they are safe because they took all reasonable measures to renounce UK citizenship.